Alrighty. Welcome back, guys. So, lots of things happened last time. So, as you guys dashed away from the Manorborn area of the Upper Baldur's Gate, you safely made it to the guild and sort of locked down the fort, alerted some people, and Zatari decided to call a meeting with the rest of the leaders of the Thieves Guild and told Nine Fingers and everyone else about what she had seen and what she thought was probably going to happen next. And there was a little bit of pushback on it, but in general was making a decision until some bells started ringing, further cementing that Zatari was in fact telling the truth and that terrible things were going to happen. And everyone sort of springs into action. Nine Fingers decides to lead the march against the cult and ask Zatari what they should do and what she thinks is best. And Zatari decides to lead the group of people who basically live at the Thieves Guild and take them through the tunnels away down to Tumbledown. Nine Fingers questions your thought process behind not going forth into battle and instead leading the away team, and you tell her that you are tapped out of spells and barely made it out fighting Sarabok and Cyenna. She heads out, and meanwhile, Cyenna and Gemma, who had been packing and getting ready in Zatari's room, also hear the bells and begin to get all of their things very quickly and also alert a few people. Cyenna gets a few of the or was it Zatari who gets a few of the like stragglers? Maybe it was Zatari. Yeah. Zatari like runs back, gets a few of the stragglers, and it takes you guys about an hour to get down and through the tunnels, and all as a group, and seal yourselves behind. And then it takes you the better part of the night getting the entire group through the tunnels into Tumbledown. You are joined by none other than the Duke's mistress and illegitimate son, who basically saw you guys in time and got caught up in with the Thieves Guild party, and coincidentally, yeah, you guys recognize her, but she obviously does not know you. As you guys enter Tumbledown, in the Cliffside Cemetery, you guys are safe, and then you look out into the dawn on the steep edge of the hill and see that there is smoke rising from Baldur's Gate, and that it's very clear that like a large battle is waging right now. You guys begin to notice that there are a few people who you think are missing, namely Omir. And as this realization dawns on you guys, and you have all sort of touched base with who you can, Cyenna on the hill looking at Baldur's Gate, and Zatari talking to another one of the leaders to see if there's any contacts within the area, and Gemma securing a church to house the refugees in. And that's basically where you guys are now.
The contact we had was in a bakery, right?
Yes.
Mouse or something?
Baker named Fat Mouse?
Yeah, it was like Marion. Marion Fat Mouse is our contact, and she's a baker.
That's cute.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, I feel like I was so caught up in everything, I didn't write anything down. Marion Fat Mouse.
I did not write that down.
It's the little things that you're like, wait.
No, I did. I did write that down.
And you said we're in
Tumbledown.
Rivington? Oh,
We're in
Tumbledown.
Tumbledown, yeah, at the cemetery, which is a Mistra temple.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would want to try to go to her first. So that we can get the message out to our, like, sister guilds about what's happening.
Okay. You guys are all together, we'll say. You reconvene.
Ooh, the bakery.
As you guys make your way through the town, you see, go ahead and roll me a history check, you guys. Let's see how familiar you are with this town.
Using the new dice that
New
Ed got.
dice.
Hmm.
4.
Yay!
It's broken! That's what you wanted, right? Blessings be.
Crazy.
Brave evil has been defeated.
Maybe it was Loki this whole time. He thought it was a sick joke. And in all the
Right.
20s.
I got 10.
Okay. Is it that? 18? Cyenna and Gemma, you guys know that this is the next town over, and you know that it's like a seaside, cute, quaint town, but you've never been. It's one of those, man, we should really go! And then you never go. I would say Zatari, with an 18, you've definitely been over here. It's the next town over. You love a little beach getaway, and
Did a lot of traveling in my days.
yeah, you do a lot of traveling in your days. It's a nice, easy day ride for Delphi, and I would say with an 18, you've probably been to this bakery before. You didn't like know that Marion was a contact or like a member of the Thieves Guild. However, your Thieves Guild kind of operates on that basis of a lot of time it's people who you wouldn't really expect or like very, very good con men. And you're like, oh, bakery owner? Like, she's gonna hear all the gossip. You remember it is, it's actually more towards the town, like the actual town area. So like when you're coming through Cliffgate, and not one of the shops that's like more towards the seaside, which means it services both like the citizens and people who are coming through. You guys come into the downtown Main Street area of Tumbledown, and it's that good mix of it. Each shop is very cute and quaint, but it also
Got that
is
Hallmark vibe.
it's very functional as well, since it serves the citizens of Tumbledown. While Zatari would know that down the way towards the seaside, it's truly just tourist trap, overpriced tchotchkes. So you come into Marion's bakery. It's just called Fat Mouse, and the little carving shows a little mouse.
Cute. What time is it? Is it like super early in the morning?
Super early, but she's a bakery, so she's open.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. It's
Hello.
so cute, super cottagecore, mismatched.
Imagining like Kiki's delivery service
So
bakery.
cute. Just adorable. You do see that there are a couple people who are already in here. Looks to be like an older gentleman and an older woman, and then like just like a big burly gruff man. And you see Marion, who is a halfling. She has sort of that Merry and Pippin style haircut, where she just has like dirty blonde locks, like bangs, and just flushed rosy cheeks. Is plump and round
A little
and
Shirley
bubbly.
Temple.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, she's adorable, and you see she's checking both people out and just being like, you have a wonderful day. Okay, goodbye.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you. I am looking for something special,
Oh,
and I'll like, I'll tap on like the counter and like Thieves Guild or something.
okay, perfect. Yes. You guys have a like a basic password. You get coding it within your Thieves Guild to sort of like signal different things, and you're sort of able to signal like help, and her demeanor like changes a little bit, and she gets a little more locked in, and she goes, oh, of course.
I have a very big order I need to place.
Oh, well, let me just close this door right here. And she goes up and flips the sign to closed, and just wipes her hands on her apron and regards all three of you and says, From the Thieves Guild, I presume.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. I heard the bells.
Yes, it is actually quite a terrible morning. The whole city of Baldur's Gate is under attack, by a resurrected cult monster,
What?
called the Slayer.
Ever heard
And-
of Bhaal,
Um,
the god?
maybe,
God of murder.
yeah, he sounds terrible.
Well, a great chosen warrior of his has been unleashed within the city.
Oh my, God's above.
Guild leader Nine Fingers is out trying to help. But we need to get a message out to the other sister guilds to maybe come help, or at the very least to open rooms for the members here to relocate and stay for the time being.
Of course. Well, we can certainly send out messengers. I can rally them. Yes. How many made it?
I believe about 250 members were able to come with us through the catacombs.
It'll be a tight fit and just
understand
tumble
that
down.
That's a lot of refugees.
Yeah. It's gonna be tight and just tumble down, but I'm sure that we'll do whatever we can.
Yes, for now, I think just emergency tents and things will be okay, but if the other guilds could send resources and transportation to go spread out to the other cities where it is safer until all of this is solved.
I'll go get the wizards first and go from there.
Okay. As our contact here in Tumbledown, do you know if this town has any Zentarum?
Oh, no, not in Tumbledown. It's not strategic enough for them to care about, I think.
Okay, good. The Zentarum are the ones who released the monster, so do not want any of them around.
Monsters.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Take whatever you want. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay.
They're over at the cemetery right now if you're looking for us.
Okay. I better be quick. And she sort of very lovingly and and poignantly touches your hand and gives you a nod and whisks out the front door.
I take a croissant.
It's so good, it's so buttery.
Is there anyone else at the shop?
No, it's just her.
It was just the four of us.
Okay.
And she closed the door.
Yeah.
Should we head over to the temple? To the temple. You said it was Mistra?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know you don't really like breads, but you want to try this?
Cyenna takes the croissant piece and adds her ears.
Oh.
Just feel the warmth of it.
Mhm. She doesn't eat it yet. She just holds it. Sienna's really worried.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what's going on, but all she can think about are her friends. And yeah. She cries a little, but she doesn't want to be like a crybaby yet.
While we're walking, can I see if Zuma made it out with us?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Just your old roommate.
Oh yeah.
Who is that hoe?
18.
Okay. Zuma is easy to spot because she's like an all black tabaxi, very tall, very striking. And you see her with some of the other refugees, and seems to be fine.
Okay. Well,
So we're on our way to the temple right now, right?
So you can start coming up to the cemetery.
So I'm gonna go up to Zuma. Find my money in this.
Inventory.
Thank you. And I'm gonna give her like, I don't know. I basically want to clear out the bakery and just pay for all the bread that she has, so then they can transport it to like the refugees.
Okay. Yeah. Totally. She said take whatever.
Oh, did she?
She did. Yeah.
Well, we should pay her.
Yeah.
I mean, I have money,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, you guys have lots of money.
so much money.
Yeah, you like open her register, pour a bunch of gold coins in, and just start.
And then I'll just go
shit
up
in
to
bags.
Zuma.
Yeah, you
Have
find Zuma.
a few in a bag, and I'll just go up to Zuma and be like, "Hey, Rumi, good to see you.
Hey.
Take this,
Okay.
and if you can, go back to the bakery
Okay.
and with a few friends, and just take as much as you can and bring it to the refugees. It's all been paid for.
Oh.
And if the baker says anything, just tell her to check her register. It should be enough."
Okay. That's so nice of you.
Baked goods is, comforting. We need comfort.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Rumi. She
Also,
gives you
I
like
really
a little
like
side. Side hug. Also, I really like your outfit. Is that what you said?
I said, "Oh, that's a really cute shirt."
Oh, thanks. I found it just like super recently. And she winks at you.
I do a cute wink, but still kind of teary.
Still kind of teary.
Puffy eyes.
Yeah. She gives you a little side hug. It's like, all right, bye.
Thanks, Amy. Gotta go.
And you see that she like rallies her little group that she like hangs out with. You're fairly certain that Zuma has also gotten into like a adventuring party pretty recently, and so she trots off with them.
So I don't know how much money I should pay for that. What do you guys think?
To buy out a bakery of baked goods.
We're buying at a bakery of baked goods.
I feel like it
Say
wouldn't be
5 times
too
that.
crazy. Like 100 gold?
100 gold, yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Cyenna has like what, 2,000 gold, 20,000 gold,
Like 17, yeah.
What were we gonna do at the temple again? I forget.
just basically secure spots for the refugees.
Oh, right. Okay.
So as you guys watch Zuma trot off, and you enter the Temple of Mystra. It's not a very overly aesthetic temple. It's pretty plain, but you also see that certain things are embedded with like a singular large gem, and it's like in particular places in order to like commune with Mystra. But other than that, it seems like there's like a couple like raised platform. It's more of an area where you think that people would be practicing their magic. So you guys come up and you see that that there is a half-elf male who seems to be the head priest in charge. And he is kind of young.
What's young for a half elf?
He looks pretty young.
Does he look like in his 20s?
Yeah.
I will approach.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. I see that you've come forth in the cemetery.
My name is Gemma.
Oh, my name is Genthil.
Nice to meet you.
A pleasure.
We're from Baldur's Gate. Not sure if you've heard the bells ringing this morning.
I did. Yes.
Yeah. There are a few of us who made it out through the mountain pass, through some of the catacombs. We were wondering if there was any way you could possibly help or guide us to help.
He sort of looks out. Go ahead.
I believe our guild made accommodations with this city, I believe through the temple, about emergency situations like this.
Yes. We can. He sort of like looks around and he's like, we can accommodate as many as possible. I have some supplies.
We have 250 people.
Wow, okay. We have some supplies. I can maybe pull some strings. But I will take care of it.
What kind of supplies do you have currently, and how much?
Well, we have a few bedrolls and fluffy pillows.
Would the temple be open to people and families sleeping on the floor or in the...
Yes.
I don't know if there's like pews in here.
Yeah. It's honestly there isn't. It's like it's like an auditorium almost, where there's like different like areas to kind of commune and like have like a little practice space. But other than the like, it's almost like a museum is more what it would look like. So
Do they have any like yoga mat sort of like prayer rug type things?
I would say so.
People
Yeah,
can
and
just
he's
lay
sort
on.
of like, yeah, you can see that there's like a couple of supply closets. He just doesn't have like 250 yoga mats.
Yeah.
And he sort of you know, he like puffs out his chest and he tries to look very in charge. And he's like, yes, I will get right on that.
How long have you been in this position?
This position, 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, just about.
I grab his hand. I very gently like take his hand and I look at him and I say, do we call you father, priest? What's your title?
Yes. Well, gosh, priest.
Either one is okay?
No, I feel like Mistra maybe wouldn't be really chill with the father thing.
Okay.
He looks around nervously.
Priest, gentle.
Sure. I mean, just gentle's fine.
Gentle, we know you're gonna do great. And if there's any way that we can assist in making this kind of, you know, emergency last minute accommodations work out, you let us know. We're very grateful to Mother Mistra.
I live to serve, and may Mistra smile upon us. She will provide.
I hope so. Do you happen to have any teleportation circles in this temple?
No.
That is surprising.
Well,
I would think Mistra would.
yeah, so the thing is, we don't have a lot of high level wizards because it's just a tourist town. And so you can like start here, right? But then you want to get sent to a bigger temple, maybe in Baldur's Gate or something like that, maybe in Kalasham. But yeah, this is
Okay. Well, I am Zatari, the Oracle, and you can also talk to Narlin Darkwalk or Ravenscar or Genesivir, Harris, Haldoran. We are several leaders of the guild that can help organize things.
okay. Let me get my let me get my quill. And he like opens up a side table, like, not too far, and he pulls out, like, a sort of bound together sheets, and he flips over to, like, a clean one. You see there's, like, a bunch of, like, ink splotches and stuff, and it's very scribbly, and he's kind of shaky when he's writing. But he gets the names down, and he looks up at you nervously, and he's like, the Oracle, you must be a great divination wizard.
Sure.
What? It's not super popular. I mean it has its uses, of course, but it's a very finicky magic. It's
Yes,
very
it
interesting.
is. Indeed. Have you known many divination casters?
I think I had a great aunt.
Very nice. In the family.
In the family. Yep.
Okay, well, I wish I could have seen this coming. But
Right. If we had a divination wizard.
right. Well,
I have to send some messages.
yes. I will be walking out and about. Probably just ask around. You will be able to find me.
Okay. Thank you.
I look at him and I go, "No, thank you." And I like the back of my hand like brush his cheek.
Sir, is there
Okay.
somewhere where you can make an offering to the Mistra to
Oh,
thank her for her hospitality?
yes. Here. And he takes you to a more secluded part of the structure. It's truly just a little like corner, almost dark, and it just has this very small window, and in like the top of the window a gem. This place. This is my favorite.
It's very nice.
It's quiet.
Thank you. Cyenna goes into her backpack and she takes out a candle and she lights it and places it on the altar and then just whispers two names. She whispers, maybe 4 names. She just whispers Jordy and Omir and Pickles and
I don't remember.
Zatari, what's your pony name?
Delphi.
Oh, Delphi.
And Delphi. And lights it and places it on the altar.
You guys have a moment of calm silence, and you
Just hug both of you.
Aww. This is the first moment you guys have really been alone in a quiet space, together, not running. Just like the first moment that you like breathed a little, and I think you guys just maybe have a silent couple minutes of just gently sobbing in a circle of like understanding, only you guys really understanding what has happened, and hoping that your loved ones are safe, and mourning the ones who you think didn't make it.
We exit the temple and the room and the temple. I will take a second to pray to Loki. Gemma feels obviously really sad, but she's also like kind of angry at Loki, because part of her feels like if you think this is some funny joke, it's not that funny. And then continues her walk with the rest of the group.
Both Gemma and Cyenna, make me religion checks.
$13.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Cyenna, you only just kind of recently dipped your toe into the possibility of, or like becoming faithful, you know? And you're like going through the motions, and you feel solid about the emotional response that it invokes. You feel satisfied with that. You don't expect the gods to answer you just because you've prayed to them twice. But you feel a little better after your cry. Gemma, as you reach out to Loki in anger, it's very foreign to you because Loki isn't an angry god, and you have never had a reason to be angry at Loki before. But you feel very slighted by what has happened and very like taken aback and surprised. And as you lash out, you feel the spirit, essentially. Like you feel how you do when you are in like deep communion, and you get the sense that Loki is not laughing at this moment. He does not find amusement or joy in the situation. And while his domain is mischief and mayhem, this is far and away from that. And Loki is not a bloodlust god in any sense of the word. So you definitely feel a little better, like knowing that Loki doesn't like sanction or get any joy from what is happening. And you almost feel like a sorry come from him. As like that, maybe even a little bit of regret, like I should have warned you. I wish I could have given you a heads up, but Loki does not pretend to know all of the other gods' intentions. And a lot of this is really just like a feeling. And Loki's never spoken to you per se, but you have felt changes in energy in prayer. Zatari, as the other two pray, what do you think is running through your head in this brief respite that you're experiencing?
I think with the others, Zatari cried a little bit, but is still kind of keeping like a mask on and is also kind of a little bit in shock, I think. I think she mostly feels really numb right now, just because if she were to try to process all of that, she would definitely break down and not be able to be the leader that everyone needs her to be right now. So I think she would just kind of go over in her head, like, what to do next, who to talk to. Can I get a message to Ahima? Can I get in contact with Nine Fingers at the city? Like, how do I find out if she's okay? Is Belle okay? Is everyone else we know okay? Like, what do I do next? And like, how do I feed all these people? And where are they gonna sleep? And like, most of them could stay here, but then like, where do the overspill ones go? And like, just like thinking about all these things and kind of just like staring into her crystal ball, kind of like wishing she could actually see the future. And maybe like, I have one last luck point left, and like Zatari, I feel like does have a little bit of divination powers, which is her luck. Like, she can kind of pull it fade a little bit with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she'd maybe like try to use that last luck point to just look into her crystal ball and just try to see anything
Okay.
that could help, or like
Yeah. Just
get a clue as to what's going on anywhere else. And yeah.
I guess roll Arcana.
All of us, or just
Just Zatari. Just Zatari, and yeah, Arcana to divine something.
13?
You're
lucky 13.
Lucky 13. You look into the crystal ball, and really all you see is your own thoughts and plans, like running through your mind. And you're just, and like you kind of just see Ahima, you see Delphi, you see the quartermaster, you see Omir, you see Omir's family. Like you just run through all the people, and I think Zatari is not letting herself have a super emotional moment. She shed a couple tears to just sort of like release off the top layer of stress, but absolutely cannot think about anything else except logistics, or her brain will just melt, and you just don't know when you'll stop crying. And you just can't do that right now. You definitely think that there should be a couple people with sending in the town. At least one wizard's got to have sending, and you kind of categorize the things that you need to do in order from like least, most to least important, and sort of adopt a more like logical approach for now.
Could I ask the priest about any wizards in this town that could help? I'm guessing they'd be part of this temple, maybe.
Yeah.
Gentil, do you know of any wizards with sending?
Oh, gee, okay. I think we have at least two. There's Garrick. Garrick is he's a dwarf. And he sort of thinks about it and he like looks through his notes a little bit. Amand. Yeah. He's a halfling.
Right.
And what
Do you
was
think
yours?
they would be awake in this hour? Garrick is a dwarf.
Well, maybe Amand. Garrick
Is Boulder Hill somebody?
Boulder is Amand's last name.
Okay, gotcha.
Got that classic halfling last name. He's like, Garrick
Yeah.
is a elder at this temple.
Would I be able to find him at this time of day?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Why?
He really likes to sleep late.
I think this is definitely one of the times that it probably would be okay to wake him up early.
Oh,
Is he partial to baked goods?
you know, he is. He comes to every bake drive that we have.
Well, maybe we can wake him up and bring him something baked to ease the discomfort of getting up so early.
Yeah. I mean, he can be gruff. He can be gruff.
A
Wait.
pipe. A bong.
Well, hopefully he will be understanding considering the circumstances.
Just tell him that Mistra needs him. Or something.
Okay. Thank you for your help. Sure, we'll speak to you again soon.
Yes, I have a lot of stuff to do. I am gonna go do that.
Goddess speed.
Goddess.
Goddess speed.
I do this again to his cheek, and then we leave.
Wait, no, I do this to his cheek too.
Oh, at the
It's
same
just both of
time.
you are like,
One on each side. Like this.
But my hand smells like croissant.
Yeah. He's so sweaty.
buttery.
He's so sweaty.
And then after I'm like, ew, and I kind of just wipe it off.
on the fur. Yeah. He's a nervous young half elf. He
You're
scrambles
doing
off.
great. Okay.
Thanks.
Let's grab some more croissants and let's go find this Gilric. Soma, can we have a croissant?
Of course. She like hands you like a little bag.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zelda.
Let's find this grumpy dwarf. Let's look over
The
to
town
wherever
is
the
pretty damn small. And like also there's people out on the street and stuff now. So you're sort of able to ask around and it seems as if Garrick is been here a while, and he is well known to be like the town grump. And people are just like, right, he's that way, and they're just sort of like they raise their eyes when you're like looking for him, and one person even comments like, this early? Okay, your funeral. And you finally get to his house. It's small house, it's squat, it's got a massive garden and a big ass fence. And a big gate. It's like 3 dwarves high.
Here goes nothing. Knock, 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 knock.
I make sure my ample bosoms are at door height.
Door high.
Hello.
Yeah.
So if he is grumpy, maybe bosom will help. I don't know.
That's just Gemma's go-to. Titties
Yeah.
always help.
I do.
They do.
Just have like a little plate of tasty breakfast goods ready.
Wait. We should put one of those in this bag. And then that way, if he's really grumpy, I'll take it out and sweeten the deal. Just like, how about now?
Oh.
Okay, put it on your back.
Thank you. Cyenna tries not to inhale it.
Hello.
Yeah, you have to knock
This
2 or
is
3
important.
times. You have to knock 2 or 3 times, and you finally hear. And you hear shuffle, 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 and you hear a distinct cane sound clicking on the cobblestones. And you see the gate open, and before you stands a dwarf. He has a very long white beard. It just barely doesn't drag on the floor. It's all one braid. He has no hair on the top of his head, but all of the hair on the side into mutton chops that connect to the beard.
Oh man.
And he got a big old mustache. He sort of looks up and you could maybe think that he needs glasses, but he's maybe too stubborn to wear them. And he also only has he has both legs but only one foot. So he's sort of like uses his cane as like his main mobility aid. What do you
Hello,
want?
Mistra calls you to service.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
an emergency.
God damn it. What the
We
hell
brought you
guys?
breakfast.
Breakfast.
Here, take this.
I'm suspicious.
I
Well-
respect that.
Who the hell are you?
I am Zatari, the Oracle.
I'm Cyenna.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Elder Garrick. I'm Gemma. Nice to meet you.
Oh, finally, someone with manners around here. Enchanté.
Mother Mister does call you to service. There has been a little bit of an emergency. We brought you some baked goods,
What kind?
croissants, muffins. They're all from the local bakery.
Fat mouse?
Freshly made.
Okay, alright. I'm in.
Thank you.
He just like clunks along. He moves very slow. But he's making it work. You see that his cane, it seems to be specifically modified for him, so he can kind of rest it on the cane and like move it with the leg. And he gets in, and you see that he has a giant Irish like wolfhound type dog.
Cute.
What's your dog's name?
Susie.
Susie.
Hello,
Susie, sit.
Susie.
And she's like, she is so large. She's like twice the height of him, but she's very well behaved.
Mr. Garrick, we were hoping that you could lend us your sending services.
Fine.
Some terrible happenings have happened this morning.
Yeah, burn up my spell slots first thing in the morning. Well,
Sir, the city of Baldur's Gate is currently burning, under attack.
Well, why didn't you say
By-
so?
The Slayer of Bhaal.
I really feel like you buried the lead there.
It's
People
been
are
a
not-
long day, okay, mister? Would
Okay.
love some patience.
Yeah.
We've been through quite a lot.
How about some tea?
I
It
like
would
that.
be lovely.
Tea I can do. And he like comes in, you just hear like nothing he does is quiet or delicate. It's just clang, turn, and Susie goes over and like sniffs all of you guys and wags her tail and likes one scritches and attention, and he comes out and pokes his head out and he's sort of like, gonna need some assistance.
Cyenna
I
gets
will
it.
help.
You see
I
that
can help.
You see that
Okay,
not
then.
only does
Fine.
he have tea, he has like dried sausages and like little berries and stuff, and like the dwarf be eating good. And you do see that behind him he seems to have like an unseen servant who's like sort of cleaning up behind him. And you get the sense that even though he's a wizard who like can magically help with stuff, like he kind of enjoys the power move of like asking for help. So he kind of like sits down. He's got like this big fat armchair. Everything is like the furniture is very plush. You can tell that he probably had like halfling relatives or something, or has lived in a halfling adjacent like town for a long time, because everything is a little bit
Very
more
Burroughs End.
yeah, very like plush and extra, and he seems very comfy, and Susie lays down at his feet and you guys park it on his like plush couch, and he sort of is gnawing on what appears to be like a bit of like dried bacon. He's like, okay, send a spell. Yes, we can do that, no problem. Baldur's Gate, you say?
Yes. We will regale him of everything that has happened.
Gods above. That's horrible
Go
business.
through the mountain pass, and now we're here.
It was horrible business, horrible business. Okay.
We were told that you were the guy to go to. You were our first person.
He sort of gets like a
We
look
were-
on his face like, that's right. He's like, I'm the oldest wizard in this town.
The oldest and wisest, most powerful.
And I put the hours in.
I was
Cyenna
hoping...
here's the teas ready. So she goes into the kitchen. Sir, where are your teacups?
Oh, second cabinet! To the left. No, not that one, the other one. You see, he's got so many mugs. He seems to collect teacups.
But
Cyenna takes her time and picks out cute ones for everybody.
Tea's getting cold. But he sees like the respect that you put on his teacups, and like kind of gives you like a gentle, like almost a smile, from Garrick, and he quietly is like, "Hey," as you sit back down, and
Cyenna gives him tea first. Thank you.
That's right.
And then to the car and to Gemma.
Perfectly steamed.
And she walks over to his little servant and gives his servant a cup.
The unseen servant.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just.
Oh,
feel,
is it? I'm
it's
sorry.
invisible.
I'm not. Fine. She brings the cup over to Susie. And then
Susie
looks
laps
around
that
and
shit
pulls out the croissant that's left over and gives it to Susie.
That's right. She's a good dog. Isn't that right, Susie? He has a real soft spot for her. All right. Well, who we sending to?
Well, the first person I would like to get in contact with is Nine Fingers and see what is happening in the city.
All right.
I would like you to tell her that 250 members made it safely to Tumbledown. How is Baldur's Gate? Are you okay? What do you need?
Okay. You have to describe Nine Fingers for like a while. You tell him you have to end up spending the better part of the morning with him to like get him up to the level of like which he is familiar, and you even go so far as to like bust out a little drawing of him. You're not the best painter artiste in the world, but like you can get by, and you talk about like when you first met Nine Fingers and like what a crazy night that was, and then you talk about like when you basically like got the job, and like he's like, I think I can do it. He concentrates and relays the message, and he opens his eyes and then sips his tea. Well, he's alive.
Good. What else?
Oh. Let me see if I can count this out. Okay. I'm alive. Glad you got out. Fighting below Upper City, trying to drive them back. That's 20.
You're at 16.
I'm at 16? 10 more words? Okay. Think we can hold them. Send help.
Okay.
23.
Stay safe.
Okay, that is good news. Good news. So it sounds like they haven't reached the lower part of the city. Can you send another message?
I got 2 more.
Okay. Can you send one to my mother, Rahima?
You
Describe
spend
her.
another 2 fucking hours, like, regaling.
She has a wonderful ranch full of ponies and lots of tieflings living with her, and she loves pigs and has big glasses and curly gray silver hair.
Cyenna makes more tea.
Yeah.
We're all 3 of us are probably just exhausted
Yeah.
at this point. Like,
Gemma, you're like,
been
Feels like
awake for over 24
Yeah.
hours at this point.
Yeah, Cyenna goes and sits next to Susie and kind of like tries not to fall asleep.
yeah. I'll say you guys can take a short rest, while this is happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if that does shit for any of you, but you can at least
No.
heal. Yeah.
Heal, yeah.
It'll heal you, though.
Oh,
Or
are you hurt?
I don't know if anyone's hurt, to be honest.
I got hurt.
You're still
But-
hurt?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm like, let's see. Am I a little less than half? Let me-
I can. I'm gonna.
I'm not even halfway.
Oh,
So
I'm gonna-
okay.
I'm gonna pull out a little lyre
Okay.
and start playing.
Changed my max hit points, right?
We
You get a
leveled
song
up.
of rest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Song
in
of
my
Rest.
short rest, it switched it
So
lower.
they get an extra hit die.
Okay,
Or
sick.
wait,
Was it already 43 out of 40?
what are hit die?
I feel like
Oh
it
no,
was,
it's an extra
like,
d6
something
of
really
hit
last one.
points. So
Nice.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna call that because I don't know how this works.
I did a short rest and then I think it switched. Oh, it reset. It reset. What was it before?
I don't know.
Yeah, what did you have
Shoot.
temporary hit points from? Did Zatari give
I
that
don't
to you?
know. No, it doesn't. I think it was like 78.
Huh,
Oh, no.
that's a lot.
We have Noah. Hold on.
Noah!
Go to this. And then go to this. We don't know what we did. But
I accidentally reset my max hit points and now it's a lot lower than it was.
kind of want to figure out where she.
If we wanna take
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
sure.
quick
45
bio
feels
break,
low.
feel
I
free.
think I was in the 70s before and then I accidentally reset it.
You're level 6?
Yeah.
I gotta update the sheet to say that you guys are level 6.
we could take a quick break.
Sorry, y'all.
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
okay.
that's why I said I was like we can take a quick bio break so if
Uh,
anyone feels the need. Go
45
for it.
is about right for level 6. That would be the average. That would be if you roll the average in systems where you're not allowed to roll a 1 for.
I feel like we changed it. I don't know how long ago, like 2 games ago.
Would you have written that down?
I don't know.
Unless you had like a potion or something that helped you out, or like maybe an item, or
45 is actually quite high for somebody. Not because you did anything wrong, because you have good con. If your con was better, it would make your health better. With something happening that made your con better for some reason?
I feel like it was higher, but maybe not, because it's still just at. It's still not full, right? You get what I'm saying?
Well, you short rested, so you're 43 out of 45.
Yeah, 45 would be maximum hit points
What's that?
if you rolled more or less average.
Okay, sounds good. We'll just leave it. I'm sure it's fine. Are we on a break?
yeah, little bio break. So I'll
Alright, I'm gonna go get a piece of fruit
Okay.
tart.
I put us on the away screen.
Queen! Are you gonna I'm sorry. Did you say that you were gonna heal me?
Oh, Song of Rest, so you guys get an extra d6.
To our... Oh, okay. D6. 9. Cool. I will also be back. Bring my plate out.
Okay.
Hey, Dee.
Man, this is the never-ending Shrek gif on our side chat here.
Hey, Dee.
Yeah, what's up?
Since we just leveled up, could I swap out one of my cantrips?
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Nick ruined this for us.
Really?
No, yeah, because he was like, you learn cantrips, you don't memorize them, and I was like, damn. So you're not supposed to be able to. So no.
Okay.
Shout out to Nick. Love you.
I wasn't sure because you can change them in Baldur's Gate. So
I know. I do like that.
I feel like I know you learn them, but like they're such small spells. I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I wonder if there's like a feat for that.
I don't know.
I like how you made tea.
I mean, it's actually coffee.
Okay, crazy
It's decaf
person.
though.
Okay, it's decaf. There you go.
Yeah.
I was like, you're a psychopath.
It's pumpkin spice.
Ooh. Yeah, now all the spooky stuff is coming out, and I'm like, yeah.
Yes, favorite time of year.
Halloween and spooky fall stuff does not have the. I love Christmas. All right, I fucking love Christmas. Christmas needs to stay in its goddamn lane. It can come out. It can come out the day after Thanksgiving. That's when I want to hear about Christmas. The day after Thanksgiving. Christmas is slowly creeping right up on Halloween's ass. It's gonna start being November 1st. Yeah. And like, I like November 1st being like day one of the Christmas feeling, but I do not need to see that shit in stores already. They're moving it up every
Halloween's
year.
been like creeping up in the year too.
Halloween, yeah. It has, but I
Like
mind it
right
way
as
less.
July ends, it's
Yeah. I mind it way less. I guess they're just like, there's no fucking holidays in August, September, really.
August, September.
It was Labor Day, I guess, but the thing with Halloween is this happens to me every year. I'm like, oh yeah, Halloween's coming up. Gotta start thinking of an outfit, right? Think of an outfit, and then by the time I should actually be executing the outfit, it's definitely far too late. So then I have to like, do a closet cosplay.
I have too many costumes now. And I have a whole closet, like pop-up portable closet thing in our garage just for Ren Fair stuff.
Oh no, what a terrible problem to have.
I told Noah, like, we have to start separating this because it's starting to take too much room in our, like, actual closet.
Uh.
And I also keep my, like, seasonal sweaters. Oh my god. Love it!
That is so cool.
It'll be the armor.
Amazing.
Mandalorian.
Nice.
Love it.
I need to finish painting my armor.
I don't know doing anything this year because last year one of my best friends had like a major party.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
saw
big
photos
ass
and that
party.
shit was sick.
Yeah, so like we had something to do, but like this year I don't know.
We have spooky D&D, that's about it.
Oh right.
Cookie D&D.
What's the vibe? Maybe that's what we dress up for.
I feel like most of us were playing
Sorry.
D&D
That's
on
true.
Halloween last year. I know I was.
We have an in-person spooky D&D. It's Alexia, Sam, Noah, another Sam, a guy named Patrick, and a guy named Grant.
And that's hella bugs.
Yeah, and then she has people coming over just to hang out and watch. And
Yeah.
then, yeah. So it's gonna be hanging out,
Deep, like actual plays going on.
and I'm DMing, and so I'm like, ugh, okay.
This is my first like in-person game that's a day game, like an all in
A
one.
one-shot,
Yeah.
Here's what you do: get everyone nice and liquored beforehand.
It's a potluck, and I'm sure it's gonna be like a.
Like a potluck.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, there you go. Well, here's the thing. In-person games, it's really nice, especially if you have a bigger party, because it's way more lackadaisical. Like, if two people are just, like, having a good old time right then, or, like, 3 people, you can get up, go to the bathroom, like, refill your drink, get some more shit on your plate. Like, that's the best part, is that it's a little bit more social. But it is
also easy.
all day. That's the thing.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's why you can kind of be a little chiller about it. But
I'm gonna send everyone like kind of like a survey to, and obviously consent sheets to feel the vibe of like, what are some spooky things that like you're okay with, and then what are some spooky things that you're like, I absolutely do not want this.
Oh my god, I just realized it could be scary.
Yeah.
I'm so naive. You
love
guys.
Never After. I love Never After.
Oh, I love Never After.
Yeah, that was such
I
a good
was
season.
I was pitching some like very vague ideas to Noah, and he was like, I don't think I want Spooky Zoo. And he's like, I don't want to hurt the animals. And I went, this is exactly why we should do Spooky Zoo, because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
I
You could
really
also
liked-
do like goofy Halloween. Like there was a Halloween episode that McElroy's did.
Mm.
It was so good. The one with Dracula, like I die every time. It's my favorite episode that they've ever done.
I really liked your spooky garden idea.
Spooky Garden.
Little Shop of Horror?
Yeah, I really feel like you could go ham with that.
I'm coming up with other ideas. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil. Okay, anyway. Speaking of uncomfortable, I was a segue. So you spend some time going over Hema with him, and he's like, okay. What do you want to say?
It's Zatari.
Thank you. Mm-mm.
The city is in disaster. I'm okay. Please send pickles for communication. Hope to see you soon.
And just when I thought we weren't gonna ever see Pickles ever again.
When you sent him away, I was like, dang, we could have used him as like a little messenger. So.
Oh yeah.
I have been saying how
But-
smart Pickles is, so Pickles can, he sips his tea. Okay. Good news. Also alive.
Good.
Okay.
And?
I'll count for you, D.
Oh my gods. I'm so glad you're safe. I hope the others and Ruby are okay.
16.
Can send Pickles. Happy to have misplaced.
Okay, good.
Was that 25?
It is good.
You could do 2 more.
Oh. Love you.
Love you.
Oh, okay. And then would I know, like, the next closest sister guild?
Talk about that. I think it's in the other country.
Yeah, I think it's
Palace Man?
Lil Kalimshan. And then everything else is an unknown. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, roll me a D4. Zatari.
Or
Okay. You are pretty damn sure that Tumbledown, Stony Eyes, Norchapel, and Lil Kalimshan are Thieves Guild. Like the inner core of it is run by you guys.
which one would be the easiest to travel to, or like the closest?
So the closest is gonna be Stony Eyes, and you have 2 ways of getting there. You can either go along the wall, that of course is very close to Baldur's Gate. It's not right against it or anything, but it's enough to where sentries and rangers and people skilled with arrows could shoot you. It wouldn't be like a dead shot or anything, but you would be out in the open. The more treacherous way, but more like the straighter way, is basically over Dusthawk Hill. There is Mountain Pass. They are absolutely not supposed to have 250 people on it at a time. It's gonna be very similar to how it was in the catacombs. So two across, maybe 3, gonna be very slow moving. And Dusthawk Hill is mostly just like forest and plains, essentially. A lot of just, there's some, you guys know that it is inhabited by some kind of bigger beasts, but so it's either faster but totally out in the open, or slower but more direct. So you don't have to you won't have to interact with people. That's the other thing is, and you won't be near the gate.
Because they are like along the wall and like near the gate and stuff, would it be easy for people in Stony Eyes to go help in Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to contact the guild leader over there if I know them.
Yeah, I'll say that you know them. Stony Eyes is an interesting town. It's the next town right from Baldur's Gate, and it's like kind of at the end of this long line of other areas leading up. There are some things that are not allowed in Baldur's Gate without like special permits and all that nonsense. Honestly, Zatari, you had to spend kind of a bit of time here to get Delphi all her papers and permits, because usually horses are not supposed to be permanently inside the gates. Of course people have them, but it's like it's a pretty penny to do so. So this is sort of a interesting area of where you can sell whatever you want. People are buying because people are offloading stuff right before they go in, and it's also a sort of like last gas stop for 50 miles sort of deal. While yes, there's not there is a direct shot to Rivington and you can go through all these towns, but if you're looking to go hunt into Dusthawk Hill or go out more towards what's this called? Blackhawk? Not Blackhawk. Blackgate. There's a bunch of no man's land up north that you could be going forward on, but it's got an interesting mix of people. It's not Tumbledown. It's not a cute touristy place. It's a lot of semi-grifters. And
so it might have a lot of mercenaries in it.
Yeah, it's a little bit
and I feel like if that's the case, their guild would probably be pretty big too.
Yeah, they have a looser guild, but yeah, this is the place where people hang out, because people will start getting nervous as they leave Baldur's Gate, and they're like, damn, maybe I should hire some guards for the journey, blah blah blah. The guild, the head of the guild is a kobold named Adias. He's like a cat who has 9 lives.
That's so cute.
You're like, I've seen that
Little
motherfucker.
kobold in charge of everything.
Yeah, you're like, I've seen that motherfucker die at least 5 times. Like, and then he just like pops right back up, and you're like, what the fuck? And there's been there's like semi
He's
rumors.
perfect.
There's semi rumors that it's not the same kobold.
It's a different one each time.
It's a different one, and that they're just taking the name Adias. But you don't think that's true.
Head of what again?
The guild.
Yeah.
The
of
Thieves
Stony
Guild
Eyes.
and Stony Eyes.
Okay.
So I'll describe him. It's funny. The cantrip I wanted to swap out was minor. It's just, I could
Oh,
just,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Just be like, here you go.
show them. Yeah.
Yeah. You describe Adias. He is,
Crazy little kobold. Hanging on to life. Will not die. He's great. Very tough. Is it a he?
yeah.
Okay.
What do you say to Adias?
This is the Oracle from Thieves Guild in Baldur's Gate. Requesting all of your help. Disaster in city. Nine fingers fighting monster. Please help.
Okay. Okay.
And if there's any other like words left, would say can pay.
The magic words.
Yeah.
Money?
You, sorry. Garrick. God, I'm forgetting all the names I made up. Garrick, takes like a second and he's like,
Jeez, G.
man.
Gotta remember all the
I
ones
know,
you just came
all
up
the
with.
ones I just came up with off the top of my head. This one's real fast. Okay. Hey, Oracle, what's cracking?
Oh.
How much we talking? I know a guy.
Of course. You're at 13.
Okay. Holy shit. Is that what the bells were about?
3 more.
Are we fucked?
Yes.
Was that his last spell slot or
Yeah,
something?
so here's the bad news. That was my last spell slot.
Okay.
But you know,
do you think
Go ahead.
I did hear that there was another less powerful wizard in the town. Do you think he could maybe send a message?
Amand?
Yes, Amand.
You know, he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
A kid? Okay.
Well, I mean...
Do you think he
he's a
knows the message spell?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
the sending spell?
he's a halfling, so... I mean, I've lived a long time. I don't really... I stopped counting after 400, so...
Of course.
Anyway. Mom's good.
Well...
I think he's got 2 sending spells.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much for your help and your time. Here is 5 gold for your services.
He sort of takes one and like chomps on it a little bit. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, Zatari.
And give you help.
Ooh, damn, okay.
I flutter my eyelashes at him.
I kiss him on his
You've
bald,
been
shiny
such
head.
a wonderful help. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. It's a nat 20. Which is a total of 26.
Okay. He sort of like, he makes like a motion where he's like, but he does blush a little at like the extra attention, right? And he's like, is there anything from Mishra?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
I'm very sorry for waking you up so early, but hopefully you will understand what kind of situation this is, but we are very grateful, and we may be needing your services again, but I promise it will not be as early, hopefully.
I'll probably be here. As long as Mister doesn't call me to the extra plane, we should be good.
Of course. Okay.
I had to walk Susie anyway. Susie, come on. And you see that the, like you guys hear like a whew, as the unseen servant like whisks in and puts like a little leash on Susie and like begins to walk her as he follows behind and like ushers you guys out.
Thank you, Mr. Bristlespike.
I'll see you again.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
You guys get the sense that he kind of likes you guys. And that's about as nice as he gets.
I'm so tired, but let's find this other wizard.
Ma'am, you sure you don't want to take a nap?
I cannot. Not yet.
I'm gonna need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw. You're a cleric, Gemma.
Still!
You both can go find some spots to rest. I just have a little more work to do.
17.
Okay, you're fine, Gemma.
5!
Okay,
12.
level of exhaustion for Zatari and Cyenna.
Jesus. I always forget. Where do you add that?
It's in conditions under like hit points.
So Cyenna, you now have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Frightened, incapacitated, charmed.
It's like at the very bottom of the list.
Unconscious. Oh, there it is.
One level. Do it?
Yeah, I clicked something.
Oh.
Or does it come out?
Do it again. Because it should be there.
I did it. So it was originally like that.
Roll again.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, or no thanks.
Okay. Thank you, that really helps.
Wait.
So 1.
Yeah, 1.
Okay.
Gemma, you shuffle on ahead, merrily greeting people. You're used to being strong in hard times. People often go to clerics when like the worst is happening. So you're kind of almost able to turn on a bedside manner almost. Block what's happening to you personally out for just a little bit longer. Cyenna and Zatari, you trail a little bit behind her, and I think you guys maybe walk side by side and just silently stand with walk with each other as you feel like exhaustion really start to take your toll, and you kind of like just warily look at each other and see the bags that are forming under your eyes and like your tear-stained cheeks and just the loss.
Just link arms with her and we'll both just kind of keep each other up, right? Okay. Baldur Hill.
I think I'll go to like the nearest person who is like walking towards us, and I'll ask them if they know of Amand and where we could find them.
Yeah, you go up to a halfling woman. You notice that like this town does have a pretty high halfling population. Seems to be the main race who occupies this town. And she smiles at you and she's like, "Oh, good morning. Yes, Amand, he lives right up this path, and you're gonna take a left, and he's in one of the Dust Hawk Hill homes. Can't miss it."
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Anything. We must stick together. And she sort of gives you like a half smile and bows and like runs off to her errands and such. And you go up the path and you see it starts to slope up a little. You see that Dust Hawk, like the halfling population has sort of focused their main homes into the side of the hill, and there's a lot of little hobbit burrows buried into the hill, adding to the
Cute.
quaintness of the town. Under better circumstances, this would be absolutely beautiful and stunning. And there is gardens full of different fruit trees and berry bushes and little areas where you can see there's like community garden where they're growing like little vegetables and things, lots of wildflowers. It's just on that line of like a little overgrown and also still kind of organized. And you see that each like sort of mailbox has the last names, and you see Amon's house at the end of the left, on the left of the Dust Hawk Hill homes. You see that he has sort of the end of the town, and it almost looks down onto Cliff Gate.
Hello. Mr. Amand Baldur Hill would like to talk to you.
you see a little hat pop up from like the far garden, and you see just the hat like make its way through the long grass and flowers, and yeah, and out comes a very like chubby cheeked, has a sort of overgrown dark brown locks, and had like big gloves on and muddy overalls, and he takes off his gloves and tosses them onto a stool that's like just randomly outside, and he is like, "Oh, a pleasure. I'm Amand."
Nice to meet you. We were wondering if we could use your sending services. If you offer them, we can pay.
Oh, certainly.
Don't know if you heard, but Baldur's Gate is in an emergency situation right now.
I heard the bells and.
Yes, if we could just send a couple of messages, we would be very appreciative.
Of course. Why don't you come on in? Just 1 second, I need to get my basket. And he runs in, and you see the hat, and he comes out, and he's carrying like a massive basket that's just like full of vegetables, and he says, he like looks up kind of proudly, and he's like, "Well, I thought I thought you might be coming, and so wanted to be prepared."
That is so kind of you.
Yes, if you could, I'm sure they're displaced. And he sort of like gestures and then like thinks about it, and he's like, let's bring these inside. And he comes in and he yells out for Fabian. And you see another halfling gentleman who
His husband?
yes, it's his husband. Who seems to be making breakfast. He's like all spread out on a big island. It's like beautifully carved like kitchen island, and he's sort of like in the middle of like making bread, and then like something is boiling on the stove that smells absolutely divine, and you also hear like the sizzling of bacon, and he's like in 4 different cooking projects.
Cute. Wow, it smells so good in here.
Oh.
Are you making butter bacon? That is my favorite.
Oh, Fabian is such a good cook. And you see Fabian sort of like looks up. He's got like a little roller pin. He's like, "Oh, yeah, nothing to it. Okay. Well, y'all sit.
Thank you.
Tea, coffee, milk.
Coffee would be great. Yes, thank you.
You're double visiting, Bobby!
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. Yeah, he comes over. He just immediately starts like filling you guys up on bullshit, and is like all of a sudden your plate has like scones and like butter bacon and eggs and just like all this like stuff, and he just keeps bringing over more whatnot, and then you see Amand is like, Sweetheart, I really think they're okay. And he's like, oh, I just want to make sure they're fed. I'm sure we could take some of this to the others. I just want to be of help.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
I mean, I can start packing it up. Yeah, I'll start packing it up. And he starts pulling out like so many. He has so many like hand woven baskets. He just like starts bringing them out, like putting
just like
towels in
collects
them.
picnic
Yeah,
baskets.
they're just like the cottagecore gays. And
Maybe he like weaves baskets as a hobby.
yeah, of course he does. The Amand sort of sits down and like takes a little nibble of his toast and says, well, what can I do you for?
So we just spoke with Mr. Bristlepike.
Oh,
and
this early?
Yes, he was surprisingly very helpful.
Wow.
Despite his grumpiness, but bringing him some breakfast help.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the first time I've ever heard Mr. Bristlepike referred to as helpful.
Oh, yes, he was actually very helpful. He sent a couple of messages for us as well.
Wow. Things must be dire.
Yes. You don't know the half of it, but there is this kobold over in this other city. Describe him and be like, we were sending him a message about sending help to Baldur's Gate, and then he said these things, and so I would like to send a reply because he is not great at communicating long distance.
Okay. What do you say to Abias? Is that what I call it? Adias.
Come on.
No, the kobold.
Kobold.
We're talking to Adias.
Via sending.
Oh,
So what? Yeah. So what are you going to say in your sending spell?
I will say... we can discuss payment later.
Bitch. No.
Money is not an issue. We need every sellsword and guild member to go help Nine Fingers in Baldur's Gate as soon as possible. Call in all of the backup.
Okay.
Again, money is no issue.
I think that's probably 25.
Women in it.
You see Amon like nods, gets like the look where he's like listening, right? And he's like, okay, ooh. Alright, let me see if I get all this.
He's a fast talker.
Mm-hmm. Love to hear it. I can definitely send the boys. What percentage of death are we expecting?
1,000. No.
1,000. Damn, this is an extra saucy Sunday. He said, if they die, can their families be recuperated? He seems really concerned about the money.
Why does he ask so many questions? You only have 2 spell slots, yes?
Yeah.
You should probably tell him that if he doesn't do anything soon, his job could be on the line and then he won't have any money, period.
I was
Or
hoping
that
I could
no
send
one
the last
might
message
have
to
to
Nine
die.
Fingers, but... Okay, please reply to him and say... All money will be discussed at a later time. Nine Fingers is holding them back in the upper city. Please take everyone and do what you can.
Okay, boss. Well, go ahead and make me a persuasion check, Zatari, with disadvantage.
Uh, 19.
19?
13 plus 6.
Roll me a d100.
Mm. 47.
Alright. Adias has 47 guys he can send out.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess as soon as Pickles gets here, we can maybe send him to Nine Fingers and let her know help is coming. Or they will get to her fairly quickly, probably. Okay, so next thing to do... I think, Gemma, you and Cyenna should go find a place to sleep. I will be done soon. I just have a few more things, I think, to take care of.
I'm not even tired.
You know, I'm feeling like I could hang after this amazing meal by Fabian. What do you need to do? Maybe we could assist you.
I wanted to talk to farmers in the city about borrowing their barns and any inns that we could use. Maybe try to organize a donation pile from villagers with Gentil. You know, things like that. I need to calculate what I can pay everyone through the emergency funds and...
Well, we could always split that up. We could all each do a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Take a little bit off your plate.
Maybe I could go talk to the farmers and Gemma could talk to Gentil and Cyenna could go to the inns. Okay.
So,
Gotti,
you guys
don't kill yourselves. Please sleep as soon as possible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what were you gonna do, Zatari?
I was gonna go talk to like farmers and stuff to see if we could borrow their barns and maybe like straw and stuff for people to sleep on. And maybe discuss trading things for food from them and that sort of thing.
For the innkeepers, am I like negotiating, like, or seeing if they'll donate? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
it'll be. I'm just gonna. We won't have to role play every check. We'll just do like, what do you guys want to ask for, and then I'll have you roll accordingly. So Zatari, where do you go?
I will go to. Is there like a farmers guild or like a farmers market?
There
The farmers
is. Yeah, there's definitely a farmers market there, and you, after some like quick asking around, you find where there's like a town hall of sorts, let's say, and there's one person who's on duty at all times, who's a guild member of some kind. And you chat with them for a little bit, and what do you specifically ask them?
Ask if any of the farmers can provide housing through their barns, and if they could donate any food and or sell us food at a very discounted price. And maybe see if they would. Maybe if it's at like the town hall, if there's like any sort of like merchants guild, could maybe ask them if we could like work out a deal with them to have them let people ride with them to like out to other cities
Okay.
for like transportation, basically.
So you're basically asking for like room and board and transportation. So we'll say that's 2 checks.
And food.
And food. Okay. So we'll say that's 3 checks, and you're gonna make them with disadvantage.
The persuasion.
The persuasion.
So the first one is 16.
Okay, we'll say that's for food. 16 is enough to solidify. Like, they're like, yes, we will feed the hungry. Not gonna let people starve in the streets.
Second one is also 16.
Okay. And that one is for shelter?
Yeah.
We'll say 16 shelter, like, the barns can definitely be allocated as long as people are okay with sharing with some animals. And yeah, the guild seems like they'll
Could
make
maybe
space.
have them offer to help with like farm chores and stuff.
Yeah. They seem open to the idea. Transportation to your last one.
Hmm. Mhm. Well,
You are met with a little bit of pushback on this one because no one is planning on leaving via the road up towards the Baldur's Gate, and no one really makes the journey through Dust Hawk Hill. So they're like, we are only making short runs, if any, and probably won't be leaving at least until we think we can safely do it.
It is understandable. Okay. Well, when it is safe to leave.
They agree to, when it's safe to leave, that yes, they can definitely take some. They estimate it'll at least be like absolute minimum 3 to 4 days, if not a week.
Okay. Yes, that will have to do.
Gemma, where do you head off?
Yes. I think I asked the town folks where I could find where to go, who's in charge, find the person in charge, chitty chat with them, see what, I guess if there are any provisions that they're willing to either donate or like negotiate to pay for, and then explain like we understand that 250 is a lot, and that whatever they can offer or give is great.
Like any extra tents or cots or pillows,
Like that.
blankets. Yeah. Any of that.
Anything else?
Soap.
I think maybe clothing also,
Okay, so we'll say
because
food and supplies.
yeah.
Okay. 2 persuasion checks. We'll say food first.
Can you guide yourself?
I'll let you guide yourself.
Maybe she could guide me later.
Okay. Foods first. 10.
They sort of look at you and like they hear the number 250 and you just see that they just don't have the means to feed that many people, and they sort of are like, well, we can ask, but they don't look promising.
People will be willing to help cook. They can even go out and get ingredients.
They look less than
about
confident about it.
Think about it.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead and roll for provisions.
I will guide myself again.
Channel the Loki.
13.
Wow, the curse has been broken.
It has. You're welcome.
13.
It's okay.
They sort of are like, they can provide like 10 to 15 tents and maybe 20 to 30 cots, but they do not have the supplies that you're asking for. And they sort of like, they give you a sheepish grin to sort of signify that they wish they could be more helpful, but that they just do not have the means to do this.
Well, we appreciate your time, and you can find us, for right now anyway, over at the cemetery. And if you have any other questions, I give them the list of all the people in charge that they could talk to.
Okay. They promise that they'll come by later with what they have.
We will accept anything that they have to offer.
Gemma, you feel a little dejected as you walk back to the temple. Cyenna, where are you going?
Cyenna asks,
Where are you going?
I'm gonna ask around for the biggest inn in the town. Which probably shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yeah.
And
It
I'm
leads
gonna...
you towards the shore, and there's just like a massive hotel, honestly.
Ooh.
It's like 3 stories, and it's definitely where people have weddings and stuff. It's the nicest
Okay.
hotel in this town, yeah.
So it's Pebble Beach. It's Monterey Plaza.
It's the Pink Marriott, yeah.
I arrive at the hotel and I look around and I try to clean my face
Mhm.
and
Smooth your fur down.
just try my best to look a little bit less fucked up.
Mhm.
Shake out all the cries
Yeah.
and pretend that I am also rich.
Okay.
So maybe they
You
might-
are rich.
they
You don't
might-
have to pretend.
This is true.
Cyenna doesn't realize.
Yeah.
Anna doesn't know. She has no concept.
Hasn't clicked in yet.
Really, luxury to her is many flavors of pies.
Mm.
Yes. So she goes in and she asks for the manager.
Mhm.
And while she's waiting, she orders, like a drink or something, and tips well, I guess. Anyways, Cyenna's gonna ask for 3 things.
Okay.
And kind of do her best to negotiate the realistic aspect of them. The first one is gonna be if they have the ability to donate rooms to those in need, but primarily for elderly, babies, and people that are sick.
Mhm.
So that way they're hopefully more likely to want to donate those rooms. But they should probably have a lot of rooms. And in rooms in general, really. But if they would, for free, for sure, give them to those people that really need it.
Mhm.
Second request would be extra bedding and any kind of supplies or things of that nature. And then the last thing would be if they would host as a soup kitchen, whether they donate their own stuff or they would just host our own volunteers to cook and take shifts for different meals, so that way they don't have to it's not just their own staff that are doing it.
Yeah.
Hoping that Zatari comes with some food. And those are my asks.
All right. We're gonna roll each of these persuasion checks. It's exhausted.
It's okay. What do
Persuasion.
I just do a d20?
So you do 2
Okay.
d20s and then you take the lower roll. And you add whatever your persuasion is to both of those.
It's cocked. It's cocked.
Okay.
Got it onto the cock.
That's your first
That's
one.
my first one.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be the worst one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
10 total. Oh shoot.
Donating rooms for the elderly and the sick for free. They're like, they immediately shut down for free.
Got a discount, or we could give you free labor for those people that need it the most.
I'll let you make another persuasion at disadvantage, but the DC will be higher.
Do you roll again? You take the lowest one again.
That's better. I don't know why.
They say absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Fine.
There's still soup kitchen.
Well,
Would you be
there's
willing to
extra
donate
bedding and supplies. Yeah, they say no to free rooms is what they're saying no to.
Okay.
But they will accept gold.
Okay. Well, that's fine. What about donating supplies or any kind of bedding?
You're gonna make two more. You're gonna make another persuasion check with disadvantage.
So 20.
That's with disadvantage?
It was 13
Yeah.
plus 7.
Wow.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Girl, you got +7?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
To
persuasive.
persuasion, right?
Not the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Well,
yes.
wouldn't the one have been an 8?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered. Sorry, go ahead, Dee.
They say yes to extra bedding and supplies, and they're very okay with that. They're like, yes, we have lots of stuff like that.
I would hope so. Wonderful. Appreciate that. My final request.
Soup kitchen. These are all
Soup
really
kitchen
good
host.
asks, by the way. I wanted to just commend Sam, the player.
Thanks. All right. And this is with disadvantage?
With
Yeah, 'cause
disadvantage
you're
because you're exhausted.
Okay. 8.
It's another nat 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
They turned down the soup kitchen as well. They're just like, it's way too much liability, like overtime, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The insurance alone. They do say that they will allow you to rent out the other room, like basically. Okay, so if they have 3 stories, I'll say that each floor has 12 rooms each. So for
36.
2,500 gold, you can rent out the rooms that they have.
For how long?
For how long?
I'll
A week?
say a week.
All 36 rooms, or
Yeah, all 36 rooms.
How many beds are in each room?
2.
probably very.
2 beds.
But you can, but like, there's definitely enough room to sleep 4.
4 per room?
Yeah.
Wow. So they could hold 144 people.
It's a big
Pretty good.
It's a big hotel. It's
Yeah.
like where weddings happen. Like it's large.
Can I? How big do you think the guild's emergency fund would be?
Also, what's the hotel called?
Oh, what's the hotel called? That's a great question. Let me
Yeah.
answer the other thing first. How? Okay.
I feel like Zatari would be one of those people that likes to be very prepared for things.
Yeah. Roll me a D100, man.
Oh, 83.
We'll say 83,000, man.
Okay.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they got a lot of people.
Okay. That's great.
Should I pay them and then get reimbursed or something? All right. I'm gonna ask what they would offer for just an additional 500 gold to make it
top?
even. Yeah, even three
Free
3,000.
breakfast.
Right? Can you feed them breakfast and dinner? And it doesn't have to be fancy.
They say for 1,000 they'll do breakfast and dinner. Another 1,000.
All right. I'll do.
I don't know yet, but I would be willing to go halvesies on that with you.
Well, we'll get reimbursed anyway.
Yeah.
Keep the
Is that
receipt.
for all the guests or for everyone? For all 250 people?
Ooh, yeah, no, it'll be another 2,000 for all 250, but 1,000 for the guests.
So 144 people will get fed for a week. Or
For
3,500.
Yeah. Room and board.
All right.
Well, we don't know yet, but there might be some barns and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm not too worried about everyone because I'm sure if we split them up with
Well,
barns.
so we have 250. So, and if the hotel can hold 144, then we'd need like just a little over 50 more spots, which I feel like the church could probably hold like
106
30.
are remaining.
30,
The church
40.
can hold some, and the farms can hold some, and maybe the farm and the church can manage feeding those 150 people.
Yeah.
106 people.
Yeah.
Okay. I do a firm handshake and pay the hotel person. But I asked for them to write down this on paper with their signature.
Oh yeah.
So that was 3,500 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, they write you a contract, they sign off on it. Everything seems to be on the up and up.
Here. We're shaking hands.
There you go.
All right.
I was hoping you would do the whole like, huzzah!
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
We can do that.
predator handshake.
With each other.
It looks very goofy on the stream.
And this handshake.
There we go. Here we go.
That's amazing.
Okay. You take that out of my gold, or just wait and we can.
Don't take it out, cause I'll just remove it from the 83.
Okay. I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah.
As you leave, you see the sign overhead says Rosewood Inn, and you ferry a guess that this hotel kind of tries to capitalize on the whole like halfling cottagecore, and it has that vibe, but none of the authenticity.
Well, it's what we need right now, so. Yeah.
There was one more thing I wanted to ask about.
Yeah.
So we're like on the river.
I mean,
Tumbledown. Like they're next to the Cronithar. How do you say that?
the
River?
the Chenethar.
Yeah.
Yes. For all
Are there like docks and things?
Yeah, there's docks for sure. It's calling it a river is It's more. It's very large. It's ocean-esque. It's very long. But yes, it is technically a river. There are docks.
I'd like to go to the docks and like the dock master and maybe like, since I kind of failed with the merchants, maybe see if there are any ship captains that would be willing to talk about travel.
Yeah.
For transportation for people.
Yeah. You find some dock captains, mostly just supply boats. But you find a couple that have pretty large ships. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I rolled my third 16.
Okay. You see that one captain who, honestly, a little unhinged. He's a little weird. And he seems like you explain what's happening, and it's almost like he doesn't get it or he doesn't like hear you properly. But he does tell you that he plans on leaving for Rivington in like in 5 days. Like he had just gotten back.
How many people could you take to Rivington?
With the crew?
And okay. Would he be willing to do that for free?
With the 16?
From the
No.
goodness of his heart?
No.
Okay.
He's so crazy. You're just like he's not looking at you half the time.
Would you like to make a bet?
Yeah.
If I win, you take them for free. If you win, I pay 1,000 gold.
Now you are talking. I'm listening.
Gonna take out some dice.
Okay.
They're weighted dice. Hey, how about whoever rolls the highest number wins? And I'll say I have 2 pairs of dice. I have one that's like weighted for like better and
Of
one
course.
that's weighted for worse, but they look exactly the same.
Okay.
So I'll give him the worst one,
Okay.
and then when it's my turn, I'll like sleight of hand the better ones.
Okay. You are gonna roll sleight of hand with advantage. And I'm gonna roll sleight of hand with disadvantage. What's your plus to this?
10.
Okay. I'm gonna say he gets a +5. Alright. Go ahead and roll start. Locked. Wow, I don't even know what that number is. I don't think it's good, whatever it is.
I got 25.
Yeah, he got 13.
Hooray!
How about Are you a man of your word?
Well, hey, for free, I guess.
Here's a 5 gold tip as a thank you.
Nice.
He sort of like rolls his eyes because he knows that you had like 1,000, or he's like kind of thinking about it, and he's like, I don't know if she had 1,000.
True.
Who's to say?
Who is to say?
We'll never know.
As you're walking away, roll a perception for me.
Do I need to remember the ship name and captain's name?
Oh yeah. Give me a second. I'll post it.
Give us all the news.
Oh, I never asked for the hotel.
Come on, D, make up a whole
Into-
town right on the spot.
Oh, I know.
So, perception? That'd be with disadvantage, right? Mm, 11.
You just see it's a busy dock.
I'm so tired. Okay.
The ship name is the Portly Pelican. And the captain's name is named Jebediah, and he's a half-orc.
Wait. I will head back to the ladies.
You guys reconvene at the temple.
Oh, how did you girls do?
Well, I spent 3,500 gold,
Ah,
but I got a week's worth of room and board for 144 of our refugees.
here is a reimbursement for that.
Thank you.
Yoink.
Your bra is just so heavy.
So heavy. It's a very special bra.
It's on the gold.
It's
It's a bra of holding.
Cross holding. Yes.
Oh
Get-
my
Get on
god.
that grab.
Oh my god. That should be the name of the episode of our
Yes.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Too good.
Now, I'm not saying that now we have to find one, D, but
We should make one.
Yeah. We'll order one. Or we'll order 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Three.
In the Avon catalog. Fantasy
Yeah.
Avon.
Eva?
Wow. I didn't have great luck. They were really kind of appalled at how many of us there are, but they said that they could try to give us 10 or 15, like, cots or sleeping bags or something.
Okay, that's something.
Yeah.
Alright.
What about you?
I was able to get the help from the farmers for shelter and food. And I also was able to get a ship captain to agree to take 10 people to Rivington for free.
That could be great. Where's Rivington?
Yes. Rivington's
I
like the
see.
next biggest city,
Yeah, I see
right?
that. It's across the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like we have enough food and supplies at least for a week for all of our people, which is good.
I think we're covered.
And we have sent help to Nine Fingers.
Mm.
I think the only thing we can do now is
So pretty.
sleep and see what we can do later.
So much already. And it's only whatever time the DM says it is.
It's like it's fully like 6, 7 o'clock now. It's fully dinner time.
PM? Wow, yeah.
We did spend a lot of time having to explain what each of the people
Yeah.
look like.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna take you time to like ask around and then find that place and then like so yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna. Thank you. We gotta
You guys have dinner at the temple. Genthal ends up sort of organizing a soup kitchen out of the temple. It's very sparse, but you can see that everyone who has like helped with rations and stuff is sort of like pitching in together. You would say that the light sort of on this dark day is, you really see how the Thieves Guild is a community and how it relies on each other, and everyone is kind of there for each other to like pick each other up. You are also very touched by this town and how they are, for the most part, pretty willing to help you guys out to the capacity that they are able to. And you guys are able to like quietly eat by yourselves. And as you sort of turn in for the night, one, I'd love to know where you guys are gonna think about sleeping.
Should we share a room in the inn?
Gemma is okay with sleeping in the barn.
I know, I'm kind of down with that, or the temple. Maybe we should go somewhere inconspicuous.
I think Zatari would like somewhere very private.
Maybe a barn.
Yeah, the most private is gonna be
Maybe Gentle's house.
yeah. You feel like you could ask Amand. You maybe even think you can ask what's his name? Garrick. That although you do think that would maybe be a stretch, but you can also, like, you know that the inn or one of the barns or the temple will happily house you. The temple and the barns are going to be more of a higgly-piggly, hither and yon situation where it's like you're just wherever you can find room to lay your weary head, where the inn is going to be more of a private room situation.
Well, the inn could be the most private.
Wherever you guys go, I'll go.
Would it be possible to roll a luck check to see if one of us grabbed a tent on our way out?
I believe you used your last luck point.
I mean, like a D&D,
Oh,
like luck
just a
roll.
regular D20 roll. Sure. I'll allow that.
Do we all get to roll, or just?
I'll let you guys all roll to just see if you have a tent in your pack. Okay.
Thank you.
Did anyone think to grab a tent?
Shut up.
So the
Lindsay.
20?
What'd you get?
I rolled my dice because I was grumpy with how the dice were rolling, and I got another nat 20.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
I got a 5.
Okay.
Do we just roll, or do we roll for something?
Just a flat.
Just a flat
D20.
D20. You don't add anything.
13.
Okay. You guys did not bring tents, but Gemma has a really nice tent.
Really nice.
Gemma, a fancy bitch through and through, has a real nice tent.
It's pink and plush.
It's glamping, baby.
Nice.
It definitely fits the three of you.
Maybe we could ask, Mr. What's his face? It's Armand, Mr. Baldur Hill. If we could use his backyard. And maybe his bathroom.
His outhouse that he definitely has.
Yeah.
Um,
Outhouse and one of those like
it goes
faucets.
It goes into his garden because compost is the best gardening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go back up to Amanda and Fabian's, and they're super gracious, and they show you like a really good spot on the side of the hill. You're able to, you see the moon, which is not quite full, but is casting a lot of moonlight over. And then you can see like all the way down the hill, and you can see the lights of Baldur's Gate. You still see quite a bit of smoke and some fires, but you no longer hear bells, and you take that as a good sign. But it's bizarre to watch over the city, but also feels like you'd rather be able to see it. I think you guys build a little campfire and you guys sit around for a little bit and process the day. You guys are beyond exhausted at this point. You're just so tired. Any closing thoughts or things that you say to each other?
I think Zatari is probably just gonna be working on like papers and calculating things and just like working up until she like literally can't stay awake anymore.
Gemma makes sure that everyone is comfortable. And then I still cast Sanctuary on you. Even though it only lasts for a minute, it's mostly like because I love you.
For the minute that Gemma casts Sanctuary, Cyenna just falls asleep.
Yeah.
But she falls asleep kind of close to Zatari, like kind of near your feet, just to be close to you.
I would imagine Gemma has like an air mattress. It takes up most of the tent, but you guys are able to like snuggle together. And I think there's not a lot of conversation that happens between you guys, but just the feeling of you're together, you feel safe. Terrible things have happened in the past 24 hours, but you feel solidified in your love for each other, and I think you each fall asleep honestly without dwelling too much on events. I think you're so tired and overwhelmed that you fall asleep without too much tossing and turning. That's where we're gonna end.
Yay, we took care of everyone! I know that probably would be boring for a lot of people, but I thought it was really fascinating to like figure all of that out.
That was honestly some of my favorite parts of like campaign 1 from Critical Role, was like their big things that they had to do to like help like protect against the conclave and whatnot, and so I thought it was fun to work a little bit of that in here. But we will pick up the next morning. Stream.